Hi everyone, I just wanted to introduce my Plex implementation with VoxCommando. For those unfamiliar with VoxCommando, it is a Windows-only application that facilitates home automation and voice control. And I have been using it with XBMC for a long time and recently started using Plex, and it is not natively supported in Plex as it is in XBMC, so I kind of really missed the experience. And so I'm trying to implement it on my own. I am using the standard mic here on my laptop, and you can see it's pretty small, but I prefer the hands-free experience. And here is the Windows install on my Mac. I'm going to actually turn the amplifier down on my Mac so you don't get the feedback from the playback. So Jarvis, Onkyo set volume 30.
Setting amplifier volume to 30.
Jarvis, go right 2. Jarvis, multi-select. Jarvis, pause.
Pausing playback.
Jarvis, play. Jarvis, stop playback.
Stopping playback.
Jarvis, go home. Now, what would be really nice is if you could just say, hey, I want to play a movie that I know I have, like play movie Sintel. However, most of these controls are via the HTTP API, and for some reason the direct play calls are not working. I have some posts on the threads, but I believe it to be a bug at this time. They had been working, and so it's just really nice to just dynamically, immediately get a fling piece of media up there. So hopefully that's just a matter of time to get that functionality working again. But the commands are already done, and scraping your library is already done. So you should be able to say, play the next movie or TV show that's in your on deck, since you can just leverage on deck to know which piece of media is next up if you're watching a show or whatever. So Jarvis, go down 3. Jarvis, select. Jarvis, type Sintel. Jarvis, go right 7. Jarvis, multi-select. So I'm using the multi-select to try to not have to deal with these windows, but I'm sure you could probably do keyboard emulation or again do a direct call. Jarvis, jump ahead. Jarvis, step back. Jarvis, toggle on-screen display. Jarvis, toggle on-screen display. So again, most of the navigation control, all the controls are via the HTTP API. I ported all of those, and then there's some nuances with dealing with Plex Home Theater. Obviously, trying to mitigate how many clicks you have to do and whatnot, or selecting resolutions, depending on how you have your client set up. I'm currently using RasPlex on a Raspberry Pi. So one instance is, since I accessed this film through search, you saw I had to jump all the way over the keypad into the pane with the search results. So I've added a couple commands to navigate there. So that's just some self-education you're going to have to know about navigating through the client. But the one really neat thing about VoxCommando is you can custom control virtually every aspect of it. You can change what every single word is they're referred to as phrases. So you could say, go walk the dog, which really means play the certain movie and whatnot. So I'm not going to go into that. There's a ton of documentation and support at VoxCommando. But Jarvis, stop playback. Again, I'm actually using that prefix to help prevent false positives. Obviously, you can choose your own. You can say computer, you can say HAL or whatever, and it just helps add an extra layer against false positives. So again, here I'm going to have to go back. If I say go, there's no native command to go straight back to the home screen. That's one thing Plex Home Theater really differentiates with XBMC. You can't direct access aspects of navigation as much as XBMC with its smart playlists and jumping to views. So there's actually no command to go straight back to the home screen. So if I go back here, I'm going to actually go back to the way I got here, which is from the search screen, and then it's kind of a pain. So I developed a new command to get me out of the home screen. So Jarvis, go back. So I'm actually in search, and I'm going to have to go back again. So Jarvis, go back. So it's a little bit nuanced, but going back actually erases things in the search window. So I actually just did it this way. So Jarvis, quit search. Jarvis, quit search. And I'm back at my home screen. So Jarvis, go left. Jarvis, go up 2. Jarvis, go up 2. Jarvis, go right. So, you know, core basic commands are up, and leveraging the search comes up, and the search scrapes your existing library. So you shouldn't have a whole lot of problem searching stuff, and the Plex search is actually pretty comprehensive. It can search through your channels, it can search through your shared content, so that's kind of nice. But again, Plex Home Theater kind of lacks a lot of the organizational aspects of XBMC, so you're going to lose some of that niceness of XBMC being able to do some nice things with the custom smart views, smart playlists that XBMC has. But for the most part, this is still really nice. I live with a roommate, and you know, him and I don't have to have separate controls or custom controls. And obviously you can do a lot of these things with the remote or your phone or whatever, a Harmony, and I use all those things as well, but I still like search. You know, he or I can just say Jarvis, pause, and go to the restroom or whatever have you. So it's kind of nice, and the controls are intuitive that both of us know, and we can adjust them as we need to. So this is just a little demo. Hope you enjoy it.